Hi, it's David at Art of David Smith. So hopefully you're all looking after yourselves. So I think we are on week 4 of the art challenge. So this week was mini beasts. So I'll put all your pictures up at the end of the video again. So please stay tuned for that. So I'm doing my own mini beast at the moment. It's based on a character that I came up with a little while ago for a bit of a play on a nursery rhyme. So I've got this big egg here, bit of an oval going on, which will eventually become the head, and then I have put essentially like the bones where I'm wanting to put the legs. So it'll all become a little bit clearer when I start putting the detail in. So just going to start putting in bits and bobs quite quickly. So I think most of you will be able to work out from this that I've decided to go for a spider. But with a lot of my artwork, I want to try and make, I don't know, a bit of a funny element to it, a bit of a twist. So that's how this piece came about in the first place. So I knew that I needed a really big spider to start off with. So just fleshing out the legs at this point, but because I've put the centres of where the legs are all going to go, I know I'm happy with the size, I'm happy with the placement, and I've not committed too much to the actual paper at this point. So if I needed to rub anything out, I can do so quite easily without affecting the paper or the overall picture. And again, I'm starting with the large shapes just to help me out for scale, and most of the, with this spider, most of the body's going to fit in with the shapes that I've actually got as well. So hopefully you're all keeping busy. We're obviously still in the lockdown period at the moment, so I know my own kids are starting to go a little bit stir crazy. So partly the reason why I've not posted any videos this week is, besides school work starting again, we've tried to get outside, out in the sunshine and sorting the garden, really, just plenty of fresh air, doing other activities. So no video, so I apologise for that, but apparently we've got rain coming this next week, so we'll all be inside, so I'll be able to do a load more videos. So just bear with me and we'll get back on track again. So just keep fleshing out all these legs. And again, because I've got and you'll see when I start putting the body in the head, kind of the spider's rearing up is getting into a striking position. So that's why I have to get all the legs in first, because it's kind of bearing down on the person who's in the picture with him. Right, so I'm going to put the head in now. So he's going to be a bit of an ugly beast. He's looking a little bit scary, this one. So, with these bottom small pincers, I'm sure there's all proper names out there. I'm sorry if I'm not using them, but I've got the big fangs going in. Excuse me, I'm just having to take a quick drink. Okay, so get the other fang in. So you can see now where we had the oval, so that's the head part. We've got these second, I suppose, like small pincers around the mouth. It's the parts which guide the food into the mouth. Okay. So obviously we need some eyes, and being a spider we need a bunch of eyes. I've already mentioned about, obviously a bunch of you have sent in your submissions this week, so we've got wood lice and we've got a whole bunch of spiders. I believe there's ladybirds, scorpions as well, so we've got a whole mixed bag, and we've actually got a few different mediums as well. We've got toilet roll butterflies, and we've got stone bugs. People have been painting onto pebbles and things like that, so we've got a real mixed bag this week, so stay tuned to the end. You'll be able to see all those, see your work. And next week, I know we've already done unicorns when we started this art challenge, but I've been asked for mythical beasts. So, if you want to do a unicorn again, that's fine. But obviously with mythical beasts, you can do literally anything. So, you can have minotaurs, you can have cyclops, dragons, anything and everything, really. So, whatever you fancy, whatever style, just take part, have fun, and send me your results. Don't forget to subscribe to my page though, or get your parents to subscribe to my page, whichever, because it all helps with my figures. And a whole bunch of you have subscribed this week as well, so thank you very much for that. I had a few nice comments as well come in. So, we are just about, that's the thing with spiders, too many legs. So we just about got them all in now. So we've got this one here, which is going to come around the back. A bit of shading on there so you can see that it's into the background. And a big shout out to obviously Kingfisher School as well in Doncaster, who with their school lessons they've actually put me down for the kids to take part in the art challenge as well. So put me down as part of their homework for kids to join in with the art side of things, so which was really nice. So big hi to you guys if you're taking part, and tag me with your pictures. There's my email address on those links if you want to email it through to me. So we're just putting in the big abdomen now for the spider. So when I get this all drawn up, you'll be able to see what I did with my spider. It's all a bit of a play on Little Miss Muffet, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. So I'm just going to ink in. So obviously, as I've mentioned before, the lines where you're not seeing two edges, I put in thicker, or the underneath lines. And then the ones where you see more than one edge, I take to make thinner, and then that way it really lifts it off the page, the final picture. So some of these lines in. And again, with stuff like this, it's taking an everyday spider in this case and doing something a little bit different with it. So when I'm doing my book illustrations or anything like that, it's little things like this what I'm really looking to do. Do my play on ordinary items, or in this case, mini beasts. So what I'll do after, when we're off the camera, is obviously I'll clean up a whole bunch of these lines anyway, put the details in and get the colour version ready. But you can see from the starting point we had, which was really pretty much a glorified egg, an oval and a series of lines, which is where all the legs were. Just by using those guides, we've now come up with the entire spider. When you're practicing your drawings, irrespective of what it is that you're drawing, whether it's Scooby-Doo or you're drawing your characters from Fortnite, anything like that, when you first start them, it can be really intimidating and you're wondering where do you start. But for me, look at the picture and try and pick out the shapes. Start with the shapes and where the bones would sit, through, in this case, the limbs of the legs and things like that. But look for those shapes, and when you put those shapes together on your page, what it'll do is it will give you scale. It'll tell you if you've got something it's a bit too small in comparison to another part. It'll all become quite evident at that point, and you've not wasted a long time committing a load of details onto your page. wasted your entire drawing. So I'll say look for the shapes, try and build it up that way like I did with this. And if you look at all these videos I've been doing, they all kind of start in that manner. I'm looking for the simple shapes, so it makes it easier for you guys when you're copying these and having a go yourself. It gives you a good starting point from which to carry on and hopefully draw a fabulous piece of your own. So it's all quite straightforward now. You've seen this part of what I do many times. So just put a bit more detail in around the face. Put these eyes in. Bit of a hairdo coming in. This is how my hair's starting to look as well. Could have really done with going to the hairdressers. I think as well what I'm going to do is on the bottom of these, add a bit of a drip of the venom from the fangs. So we want this terrifying spider. So with these back legs, I'll just quickly show you as well, because they're obviously behind the majority of the rest of the body, just keep the detail quite simple. I'm just going to shade quite simply, just hatching. That's where you cross one series of lines over the others on a diagonal, and what that then does is that pushes that leg back behind the other legs into the distance, so you get that real three-dimensional feel to the limbs. And you'll often see that in cartoons and things like that, used quite a lot, pushing things back into the distance. So there you go, from our egg, our oval, and a series of lines for the legs, we've now got our spider. I'm going to finish this off a camera so you don't get too bored watching me colour this all in, put all the details in, and then I'll throw them into the whole picture what I did before and show you that finished piece. But thank you very much. Don't forget, next week is the mythical creatures, so your dragons, your cyclops, anything goes, any medium, just jump in, have a go, send me your results. But look after yourselves in the meantime, and thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, bye.